When things go south in the wild, it's not the fancy gear that saves you. It's the tool in your hand that cuts through the noise. And the brush, and the machete? It's one of the oldest survival tools still going strong, for good reason too. It chops like an axe, handles like a knife, and doesn't need a power source to earn its place. But not every blade is cut from the same cloth. So, we've rounded up 10 of the toughest, sharpest, and most versatile machetes on the market. Let's find the one that fits your needs and your grip. Now this one's got a bit of everything going on. The Gerber Versafix isn't just a blade. It's a full-on multi-tool that leans into survival like it's born for it. It's got this hybrid design that makes it feel part camp knife, part machete, and that's no exaggeration. You get a full tang construction, so it's rock solid when you're batoning through thick wood or chopping down brush. The blade is 14.3-inch total length and has a recurved shape with a weight-forward belly, which gives it extra bite when you're clearing a path or prepping firewood. And there's this jimping on the spine that lets you baton securely without slipping. Really helpful out in the field. The textured grip sticks to your hand whether it's dry or soaked. Plus, the lanyard hole adds that extra bit of safety when things get rough. It's not flashy, but that's what we like. It just works and keeps working. That's what survival tools should be about. Right away, what grabs attention here is the size. The Schrade SCHBOLO is a beast. 18.375 inches long overall, with a 12.75-inch blade made from black-coated 3CR13 steel. It's got that classic Kukri shape, curved spine, big belly, and serious chopping force. The blade's thick, about 0.16 inches, which helps with durability when you're going through thick brush or hard wood. And the spear point tip? Great for piercing or detailed bushcraft work. Handles made from polymer, about 5.5 inches long and thick enough to fill the hand. That rubberized texture keeps it comfortable even after a full day out. At just over a pound, the weight feels right for its size. It comes with a heavy-duty nylon sheath that clips to your belt or sling. If you can still find one, since it's discontinued, it's a solid piece to keep around. Serious chopping, solid grip, and enough reach to handle bigger tasks. And it's worth holding on to. Sometimes the name just fits. The CRKT Chanceinhell was built for those situations where you don't want to gamble with your gear. Designed by Ken Onion, this one brings a 12-inch blade made from 65 Mn carbon steel, finished with a black powder coat for corrosion resistance. Total length? A hefty 19.75 inches, and it's tough and holds its edge better than most in this range. Its grip? That's where it gets clever. It's got this football-like texture and a slight curve that gives more control when you swing. Whether you're clearing brush or making camp, it sticks in your hand like it belongs there. The handle even has 5 lanyard points, so you can customize your carry or secure it however you like. And that sheath, rugged, flexible, and ready to ride on your belt or dangle from your pack. Lightweight, but not light duty. This one's built for the wild stuff. This one just looks angry, and that's a compliment. The Top's Chete is all about brute strength. From the second you hold it, there's no mistaking its purpose. It's 19 inches long overall, with a full 12-inch blade that's a 1/4 inch thick. And at 1 pound, 15 ounces, it's a powerhouse built for chopping. Made from 1095 high-carbon steel, it's got that acid rain finish, which makes every blade look unique while helping guard against rust. Handles thick micarta, layered green and black, and it feels natural even when wet or gloved. Carry's handled by a black Kydex sheath that clips or dangles depending on how you roll. It's not a budget blade, runs around $380, but every inch of it feels like a long-term investment. It's built to hit hard, last long, and never let up. This thing's made for folks who don't just go into the woods, they work in it. If you've used those traditional Latin American machetes, the Condor Rude Boy will feel familiar right away. But this one adds a few smart upgrades. The blade stretches out to 18.4 inches forged from 1075 high-carbon steel with a blasted satin finish. Overall length hits 24.2 inches, and it weighs in around 24.7 ounces. That long reach gives it excellent leverage, but thanks to the 2.5mm thick blade and slim profile, it still feels nimble. The handle's high-impact polypropylene, simple, light, and grippy enough for long clearing sessions. It's full tang too, so you're getting durability and better balance. The leather sheath is hand-stitched and welted, which adds that premium feel to an otherwise rugged tool. This isn't one of those flashy blades. It's grounded, well-built, and cuts like it's part of your arm. Perfect for trail clearing, camp work, or even just tossing in the truck for anything rough that comes up. There's something about a Kukri that just commands respect, and Cold Steel's Gurkha Kukri takes that to another level. This thing was inspired by actual Gurkha warriors, and it shows. The blade curves deep, hits hard, and bites into wood like it owes you money. Made with CPM3V steel, the 12-inch blade is thick, over 7mm, and built to take a beating. And it's not just tough, it's flexible too. We've seen this thing bent, twisted, and still come back straight. On top of that, it's scary sharp. The spine can smash bricks. The edge slices through ballistic gel. What helps a lot is that Crayex handle. It's grippy, shock-absorbing, and shaped for solid control. Even when you're sweaty or muddy, it won't slip. Now, it's pricey, no doubt. But if you want a tool that handles both self-defense and survival like a beast, this one's the real deal. Big, bold, and built for impact, literally. Sometimes you don't need an oversized heavy-duty blade to get serious work done. And that's precisely the space where the Kershaw Camp 10 shines brightest. At first glance, its 10-inch blade might seem modest compared to some of the larger machetes or survival knives on the market, but don't let the size fool you. This blade packs a serious punch well beyond what its length might suggest. Built with a full tang construction, the blade's steel extends continuously through the handle, providing exceptional strength, durability, and balance. This ensures that even during heavy chopping or batoning tasks, you won't have to worry about the blade snapping or the handle loosening, something that's crucial when you're out in the field relying on your gear. The blade itself is crafted from 65 Mn carbon steel, a high-carbon steel known for its toughness, excellent edge retention, and ease of sharpening in the field. This steel strikes a fine balance between hardness and flexibility, allowing the Camp 10 to withstand tough impacts while keeping its cutting edge sharp enough for detailed work, like slicing through smaller branches or preparing kindling. To further protect the blade and keep it in good shape under rough conditions, Kershaw applied a black powder coat finish. This adds a layer of corrosion resistance that helps the steel resist rust and wear, especially when you're working in damp or humid environments or packing it away without extensive cleaning. One of the standout features of the Camp 10 is its handle design. The grip is rubberized and textured just right to give you a solid, confident hold, no matter how sweaty, muddy, or wet your hands get. The ergonomic shaping fits snugly into your palm, reducing hand fatigue when you're swinging through thick limbs or working on wood prep for a campfire. It stays firm and secure, meaning you can carry out repetitive tasks with precision and control, which is essential for both safety and effectiveness. Kershaw thoughtfully added a double lanyard hole at the end of the handle, giving you multiple options for securing the knife to your wrist, belt, or pack. This not only increases retention security, but also lets you customize how you carry or access the Camp 10 based on your preferences or the demands of your adventure. The sheath included with this model is another practical touch worth mentioning. It's a molded design that holds the blade securely in place, protecting the edge during transport and ensuring quick and safe access when you need it. The sheath offers several carry options, whether you want to clip it onto a belt, mount it vertically or horizontally, or stash it onto your gear in another way, giving you versatility to fit how you like to organize your kit. The secure fit helps prevent accidental blade exposure, which is a key safety consideration in the outdoors. This isn't a blade trying to be flashy or fancy just to catch your eye. It's designed to work day in and day out. The Kershaw Camp 10 is a practical, no-nonsense tool that delivers reliable performance for campers, hikers, and outdoor enthusiasts who want a dependable machete without the bulk or complexity of larger models. It's affordable, approachable, and most importantly, built to get the job done cleanly and efficiently, no matter what wilderness challenge you throw at it. When you need a blade that's balanced, tough, easy to carry, and effective across a variety of tasks, from clearing trail to camp chores, the Kershaw Camp 10 is tough to beat. It's a solid, well-designed tool that proves serious outdoor work doesn't always require a giant blade, just the right one. You can immediately tell that the ESEE Junglas II was designed and built by people who truly understand what real, hard outdoor work feels like. This is a machete that strikes a perfect balance. It's big enough to handle heavy-duty tasks without feeling unwieldy or overbearing, and strong enough to take on tough jobs without becoming just a brute weight you have to muscle through. The 8.38-inch blade, crafted from 1095 high-carbon steel, is the heart of this tool, offering a perfect fusion of durability, sharpness, and versatility. Whether you're chopping thick branches, slicing through dense foliage, or performing more delicate cutting tasks, this blade is tough yet precise enough to handle it all in one smooth swing. What really sets the Junglas II apart is its exceptional balance and ergonomics. This isn't a machete you'll feel struggling to control after prolonged use. Whether you're batoning logs for firewood or feathering kindling for a campfire, the blade stays steady and responsive, giving you confidence with every cut. The design takes into account the natural motion of chopping, reducing fatigue and improving efficiency, which means you can work longer and harder without your hand or wrist tiring prematurely. The handle plays a huge role in this performance, featuring a manufacturer-removable micarta grip that's thoughtfully textured for maximum hold. Micarta is known for its durability and resilience, but here it shines in comfort, gripping well even when your hands are sweaty, muddy, or wet. The solidity of the handle gives you the reassurance that the blade won't slip or shift during use, an essential feature for safety and precision in outdoor environments where conditions are rarely perfect. Adding to its functionality is the hammer pommel at the end of the handle, a clever and practical feature that expands what this machete can do. It's sturdy enough for hammering tasks without fear of damage, making it ideal for cracking nuts, tapping tent stakes securely into the ground, or even light pounding when you need to exert control but don't want to pull out a separate tool. This multi-functionality is a great example of how the Junglas II's design philosophy focuses on being more than just a blade. The blade itself features a tough powder coat finish, which isn't just for aesthetics. This coating provides a durable layer of protection against rust when you're out in variable outdoor conditions, whether it's rain, humidity, or simply being packed away wet after heavy work. You won't have to worry as much about the steel deteriorating over time. This means more reliability and less maintenance, letting you focus on the task at hand. All these elements come together to create a machete that feels like it was forged specifically for the challenges the outdoors can throw your way. The ESEE Junglas II offers a perfect blend of size, strength, balance, and thoughtful design. Features that cater to the practical needs of woodsmen, campers, hunters, and survivalists alike. While it's robust enough to handle serious cutting and chopping, it's balanced and manageable enough to stay comfortable and dependable during longer, more detailed work. If you're looking for an outdoor tool that won't just survive rugged conditions but thrive in them, this machete is definitely up to the challenge. Here's a blade that really doesn't need much introduction. When you see it, you instantly know it means business. The Gerber 1249 Kukri machete has a rugged, no-nonsense look that feels like it stepped right out of the heart of a jungle skirmish. And that's exactly the kind of tough, demanding environment it's built for. This isn't some delicate tool meant just for light work. It's designed to handle the rough stuff with confidence and stamina, making it a dependable companion for anyone who spends time in wild terrain. The defining feature of this machete is its classic Kukri shape, with that distinct forward curving blade that shifts the cutting power right up front. That curve isn't just for show. It's engineered to make chopping and slicing feel natural and fluid. putting extra force into each swing without requiring all-out muscle. Whether you're hacking through thick brush, clearing limbs, or processing firewood, the blade's shape helps the machete bite in deeply and slice through tough material smoothly. This makes clear cutting feel less like hard labor and more like precision work. Material-wise, the Gerber 1249 doesn't cut corners. It uses SK5 steel, a high-carbon steel prized for its ability to take on a razor-sharp edge and hold onto it for the long haul. This means that even after hours of tough use, cutting through dense vines, roots, and woody debris, the blade remains sharp enough to keep working effectively without constant sharpening interruptions. The steel strikes a good balance between hardness and toughness, so it resists chipping and damage even under heavy impact. The handle is built with user comfort and control firmly in mind. Made from TPR or thermoplastic rubber, it offers a slightly cushioned, grippy feel that prevents slippage even when your hands are sweaty or wet. The ergonomic shaping fits naturally in your hand, giving you the confidence to swing hard and fast without worrying about losing control. This is especially useful when you're moving quickly through brush or working in wet conditions, two common challenges in outdoor environments. Portability and durability aren't afterthoughts either. The Gerber 1249 Kukri comes with a sturdy, hard plastic sheath wrapped in tough Cordura fabric. This combination protects the blade well during transport and storage while being lightweight and easy to carry. The sheath secures the machete tightly, preventing unwanted rattling or accidental exposure of the sharp edge, so you can stash it on your belt or pack without hassle. Despite the blade's relatively thick profile, which promises durability and strength, it surprisingly maintains a good degree of maneuverability and control. This makes the tool feel less bulky or unwieldy than you might expect, allowing you to perform both brute force chopping and more precise cutting tasks with a confident grip. At the end of the day, the Gerber 1249 Kukri isn't about flashy features or gimmicks. It's straightforward, reliable, and built to do what it's supposed to do: cut through brush, handle trail clearing work, or manage backwoods challenges without fail. If you're after a tough, practical machete that won't let you down when the going gets tough, this is a solid pick. When it comes to reach, the Schrade SCMACH2 really takes things up a notch and stands out from the crowd. This machete boasts a blade that stretches out to nearly 15 inches in length, offering you extra distance that's perfect for clearing thick brush, chopping through dense undergrowth, or even helping you set up camp deep in the woods where space and precision matter. That extended blade length means fewer swings and more effective coverage, so you can move through tough terrain with greater ease and efficiency. It's not just about the blade's length, though. The Schrade SCMACH2 is built with a full tang construction, which means the stainless steel blade extends all the way through the handle, giving it enhanced strength and durability. This design ensures that the machete can take a beating, whether it's heavy chopping or lighter slicing, without the worry of the blade loosening or breaking. The stainless steel itself offers solid corrosion resistance, but the black coating applied to the blade provides an extra layer of protection. This matte, non-reflective finish doesn't just look sleek and tactical, it also helps the blade resist rust and wear, especially handy when your machete inevitably gets packed away moist or dirty after a day in the wild. The blade shape is another thoughtful element. Featuring a recurved clip point, it combines two effective design features into one. The recurved edge gives you more cutting surface area along the curve, making slicing and chopping through fibrous plant material easier. Meanwhile, the clipped point adds precision and control, allowing you to handle more detailed or delicate tasks where accuracy is important. Whether you're trimming branches, processing firewood, or carving a steak, this blend of design features means the blade doesn't just hack, it also gives you finesse when you need it. Moving to the handle, the Schrade SCMACH2 uses TPR thermoplastic rubber material, which strikes a great balance between comfort and grip. It feels soft and somewhat rubbery to the touch, which makes using the machete comfortable even after extended periods. No sharp edges digging into your palms or causing blisters. At the same time, The TPR handle texture provides enough traction to keep the blade firmly in your grasp, even when your hands are sweaty or tired. This steady grip helps reduce fatigue and improves control, so your swings stay accurate and safe. As for storage and portability, the machete comes with a straightforward nylon sheath. It's by no means high-end or loaded with extra features, but it gets the job done well, securely holding the blade and allowing you to mount it on a belt for easy access on the trail or around the campsite. The lightweight sheath adds minimal bulk, so carrying the machete isn't cumbersome and doesn't slow you down. Overall, the Schrade SCMACH2 offers an impressive blend of reach, durability, and practical features, all at a price that won't break the bank. While it may not be a competition-grade or professional-level tool, it's clearly designed for real-world usefulness. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast who needs a reliable clearing tool, a camper setting up camp in challenging terrain, or just someone who wants an effective machete without the premium cost, this model is definitely worth considering. It delivers solid cutting power, a comfortable grip, and the toughness you need to get through your tasks day after day. The name says it all. The SOG Jungle Primitive feels like a blade built for the edge of the map. At 15.3 inches overall and only 14 ounces, it balances light enough for quick swings, yet tough enough to take abuse. The 9.5-inch clip point blade in 8CR13M stainless steel has a black coating that shrugs off moisture. The straight edge slices when you're shaving tinder or prepping food, while the serrated spine acts like a saw when the branches get thick. Even the flat pommel doubles as a hammer, which makes setting up camp easier when you're pounding stakes into rocky ground. The Creighton handle, with its digi-grip texture, locks into your palm. Rain, sweat, or mud don't matter. And once you strap the ballistic nylon sheath to your belt, it stays ready at your side as you move. Sure, you'll sharpen it more often than premium steels, but for under $70 you're getting a blade that pulls triple duty. In a survival kit or at your hip, the Jungle Primitive feels like one of those tools you reach for without a second thought. Now imagine needing a blade not just for trail clearing, but one you'd trust if you were stranded, alone, and the weather's turning. The Condor Impossible Machete fits that picture. At 16.7 inches overall, with a 10.8-inch high-carbon steel blade that's 5 millimeters thick, it's a brute. Each swing carries authority, the kind that splits thicker branches with less effort. At about 1.5 pounds, you'll feel its weight after hours. The hardwood handle, wrapped in leather, feels traditional and secure, something that reminds you of old expedition gear. Slide it into its handcrafted leather sheath and you can tell it's built for the long haul. This machete doesn't apologize for being heavier or pricier, hovering around $150. It's built for the harshest scenarios. If you picture yourself pushing through dense jungle, chopping a path while rain pounds down, or even just preparing for emergencies closer to home, this is the blade you'd want strapped to your pack. The name Impossible makes sense because breaking it feels like a task that can't be done. There's something about a blade designed to be swung all day that makes it a true survival partner. That's the spirit of the Condor Terrachete. Built with input from Joe Flowers, it stretches 20.7 inches overall with a 14.6-inch blade of 1075 high-carbon steel. At 25 ounces, it has the weight to chop clean, but not so much that you can't keep swinging when you're tired. Out in the field, it shines. Split kindling for a fire, clear a spot for shelter, or blaze through saplings when you've lost the trail. The convex grind bites deep, giving you real efficiency with each cut. The handle is tough polypropylene, shaped to feel steady even when your hands are wet or cold. And the injection-molded sheath is surprisingly practical, light on the belt but durable enough to handle hard use. It feels like one of the smartest buys for a full-tang machete of this size. Picture the moment when daylight's fading, the cold is setting in, and your shelter isn't up yet. The Terrachete doesn't just cut, it keeps you moving when the wild doesn't give you much choice. Few machetes look as fierce as the cold steel Gladius. Inspired by the Roman short sword, it's a beast of a blade. stretching nearly 26 inches overall with an 18-inch 65 MN carbon steel blade. At 27 ounces, it's not the lightest tool in the shed, but that weight is what drives it through thick vegetation and even tougher targets. The point is needle sharp, built for thrusting and piercing, while the double-edged grind gives it real versatility. The matte black coating fights off rust, and the polypropylene handle feels secure even when your grip is wet. It rides in a Corex sheath, easy to carry on a belt or pack. Cold steel is known for putting its blades through extreme tests, and Gladius can cut rope, bamboo, even slice through ballistic dummies and chainmail. That's raw proof of what this blade can do. It may look intimidating, and it is, but that's what makes it a serious choice for both survival and self-defense. The best part? You don't have to spend big. Often under 40 bucks gets you this ancient warrior-inspired machete. If you want a blade with history, power, and presence, the Gladius feels like the kind of tool that belongs on your side. Not every machete is about finesse. Sometimes you need raw force. The cold steel heavy machete was designed with that in mind. At just over 20 inches overall and weighing in at 24 ounces, it's a forward-weighted chopper with a 14.6-inch 65 MN steel blade. The blade is wide and cleaver-like, which means every swing drives deep into wood, branches, or whatever's in front of you. It's not the blade you use for detail work. It's the one you use when you need to split, smash, and clear ground fast. Cold Steel's durability tests showed this blade cutting thick rope with one clean swing and even splitting a whole turkey straight through the bone. That kind of power doesn't come from design alone. It comes from weight, balance, and a blade profile built for destruction. The polypropylene handle gives you a solid grip, though it may feel basic compared to premium handles, and the blade usually needs a good sharpening out of the box. But at around $30, that's an easy trade-off for the power it delivers. Think of it as the sledgehammer of machetes. Heavy, tough, and unstoppable once it's in motion. If you're prepping for survival, clearing heavy brush, or just want a blade that can take abuse without flinching, the heavy machete lives up to its name. When you head into the wild, a blade that does more than one job is worth its weight in gold. That's why the Schrade SCHBOLO machete has built a reputation as a complete survival package. Inspired by the bolo-style machetes of Southeast Asia, it comes in at 20.3 inches overall, with a broad 14-inch stainless steel blade coated in titanium nitride for added toughness. At 27 ounces, it's heavier than most machetes, but that weight helps it chop deeper into vines, branches, and wood. Where it really stands out is in the extras. The ballistic nylon sheath not only carries the blade, but also includes a detachable pouch on the front. Inside, you get a diamond field sharpener to keep the edge tuned, and a ferro rod to strike sparks when it's time to start a fire. That means one tool covers chopping, cutting, sharpening, and even fire making. The safety grip handle has molded guards and a palm swell that locks it in place, while the full tang design means it won't fail under pressure. Edge retention isn't on par with high carbon steels, but with a sharpener included, you're never out of options. And at about $40, you're getting far more than just a blade. You're getting a small survival kit strapped to your hip. In a pinch, this machete feels less like a single tool and more like an entire solution for staying alive when the wild turns hostile. This isn't a machete you carry for looks. Schrade SCMACH1 is a tool you rely on when the job is tough and unforgiving. With an overall length of just over 18 inches and a 12-inch stainless steel blade, it's built for raw chopping power. The blade's flat grind gives it the ability to slice clean while still delivering impact, and the black coating adds a layer of protection against the elements. Weighing just over 2 pounds, it's not exactly light, but that extra heft turns into momentum when you're swinging hard into thick brush or splitting logs for camp. The handle is made from textured polymer, shaped to lock securely in your grip even when hands are wet or sweaty, which is the difference between control and accident. Schrade pairs it with a nylon sheath that can take abuse, so carrying it around doesn't slow you down. Out in the field, this isn't the blade for delicate tasks. It's the one you bring when you need confidence in every strike. From clearing campsites to processing firewood, the Mach1 feels like a trusted workhorse. You get weight, balance, and durability in one package, making it the kind of machete you throw on your belt knowing it won't let you down when conditions get rough. Now this one, it's versatile, budget-friendly, and surprisingly capable for its price point. At under $25 grand weigh 11-10-84, it's one of the most budget-friendly machetes you'll find, but it surprises with features you wouldn't expect in this range. Its blade stretches nearly 18 inches, forged from 420 stainless steel, which is known more for its rust resistance than edge retention. But that's not a bad trade-off for a survival tool that may sit in a pack until needed. What sets this one apart is the saw spine cut along the back of the blade. It's not a replacement for a dedicated saw, but in a pinch, it gives you the ability to notch wood, cut branches, and handle jobs that plain chopping can't. The handle is a combination of plastic and rubber, with enough grip to keep your hand secure while staying comfortable in extended use. And because it's full tang, you get structural strength you wouldn't expect at this price. At just 355 grams, it's lightweight and easy to carry, perfect for hikers or campers who want a backup blade that won't weigh down their pack. Sure, it won't hold an edge as long as high-carbon machetes, but it sharpens quickly, and sometimes that's the quality that matters most when you're on the move. For light chopping, brush clearing, and budget-conscious survival use, the grand weigh is proof that practicality doesn't need to be expensive. Gerber is known for making dependable outdoor gear, and the Broadcut machete is a perfect example of that philosophy. Measuring almost 20 inches overall with a 13-inch blade, it was designed for clearing brush, tall grass, and overgrowth in fewer strokes. The blade has a bead-blasted finish which reduces glare and gives it a clean, low-profile look. Its broad shape shifts the weight forward, so each swing has extra authority, almost like a hatchet in machete form. At just over a pound, it balances the line between being heavy enough for serious chopping, yet light enough for extended use without fatigue. The polymer handle is ergonomically shaped with textured grip, giving you control whether you're wearing gloves or working bare-handed. Gerber includes a nylon sheath for safe and practical carry, making it easy to strap on while moving through dense areas. Out in the field, this machete thrives when the job is about covering ground fast, cutting a path through tall weeds, processing medium branches for firewood, or clearing a campsite. It doesn't overcomplicate things with add-ons or gimmicks. Instead, it delivers a straightforward, dependable cutting edge. And that's why it shines, because sometimes what you want most in the wild is a blade that simply performs without asking for extra effort from you. The Broadcut is Gerber doing what it does best, building a practical, rugged, and user-focused tool for real outdoor work. This one doesn't try to compete with traditional long blades, but the bare-bones Japanese Nata leans on history and precision. Based on the centuries-old Japanese Nata tool, it offers a squared-off, straight-edged blade that changes how you think about machetes. With an overall length of about 19 inches and a blade forged from 4CR13 stainless steel, it's not designed to swing wildly through jungle growth, but to give you unmatched control. The flat squared tip allows for precise cuts, whether you're stripping bark, shaving kindling, or trimming branches for bushcraft. The walnut handle adds character while offering solid ergonomics, and because wood naturally absorbs vibration, it feels smoother in the hand compared to synthetic grips. Barebones includes a polyester sheath with stainless steel belt clip, making it easy to carry in the field. At just under 2 pounds, it has the heft for chopping, but its real strength lies in versatility. You can choke up on the grip for carving work or hold the end for harder swings. Sure, the softer stainless steel means you'll be sharpening it more often, but the ease of maintenance makes it a practical trade-off. For campers, gardeners, or bushcraft enthusiasts, the Nata brings something different. It's a machete that values skill and technique as much as brute force, blending cultural tradition with modern survival needs. So, that was all. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, Hit the like button and subscribe for more. Got questions or want to share your thoughts? Drop a comment below.